Air signs, your first two cards out for the week indicate your relationships or partnerships, or maybe even open enemies, are the main topic. We've also got justice out here. Now this is fascinating because the 7th house is the Libran house, which is all about justice, fairness, and balancing your needs against another's needs. So that is very much the scales of Libra, very much about justice. So these two cards coming out side by side is a bit of a double message. Now the issue might be to do with sudden anger or tension that arises in your relationship or even just with another person this week. So there might be a bit of fiery energy, a bit of awkward energy, and it might have you needing to go within a bit and do a bit of soul searching here, withdraw a little bit to just kind of get a sense of how you can process this, I guess is what it feels like. There is some sort of passionate energy here that's going to sweep in. This can be quite sexy energy. So whether Mars actually is enlivening your relationship rather than causing problems with tension, it's hard to tell with Mars. It can go either way. So this is somebody kind of riding in to your life, or you riding out into new pastures, really impatiently, quite fiery, without really thinking much about stuff, throwing yourself head first into something. So that is intriguing because we've also got this King of Pentacles here. Now this is the very essence of stability and long-term security, financially and just kind of in life. So how do these energies all fit together? I actually can't figure it out just yet. So let's see what else the universe wants to tell you about this rather combustible energy here. Okay, this is becoming a little bit more clear. It feels as though you have been a hermit for a long time now. You have kind of withdrawn. You are being urged to lean away from staying in a backwater where you are nice and safe and maybe have been healing from something. The time has come to kind of get out of your comfort zone. And I think that's why Mars is here, stirring up your relationship sector. It is energy. It might not be very comfortable for you, but there's some kind of impetus here that is kind of pushing you forwards. And it seems to want you to balance the scales in your life. So if you have been too much on your own and in a bit of a backwater, keeping yourself to yourself, because that's nice and peaceful, it's time to balance the scales and kind of end out that cycle of holding yourself back. And it feels like now that I'm looking at the full picture, that actually really seizing the day and moving forward on something is going to lead to stability. It isn't just going to be a fly-by-night thing, but there's some impetus here to travel, to move, to get out of your comfort zone, and it is going to lead you in the best possible direction. Look at this. We also have the kerosene card. Something is going to ignite. So it could be passion, but maybe it's anger. Maybe you get so angry with someone or something that you take steps to get out of your comfort zone in the best possible way. So take that as it resonates for you, but it seems to be about other people, justice and balance, even if it's not about a relationship per se. There, look at this, again, another card with the scales, justice. What a theme for you this week, balancing things up. And if you are feeling constrained, either by your own mental torture of yourself, or your fears, or maybe someone is holding you back, there's a real bust out energy this week. There is just this time to release negativity. So this is all starting to feel a lot more vital for you this week. And I mean that in terms of vitality. So look at this here. Now, I don't even know where to start. We've got the World, which is ending a cycle so that you can start a complete new chapter of your life. Now, not only did this card come out next to beautiful emotional goodies and soulmate, but it's also your energy for the week to lean towards the World. You're the third sign, the third group of signs this week to get double messages. In fact, you've got triple messages with all of these, all of these scales. But you've got the World card here being energy to lean towards. So it is definitely time to put an end to something that is no longer serving you, some kind of relationship disappointment, or even denying yourself a relationship. It's time to get back on that horse. It is time to close out the chapter with an X, something along those lines, or just stand up for yourself once and for all and change your mindset towards sharing, balance, being an interactive two-person unit, not codependent, but interdependent, as I like to say. So look, the World, lean towards completion, accomplishment, world travel, bigger picture, fulfillment, harmony, sense of belonging. But yeah, it really does mean the end of a sort of a dismal chapter and the start of something new. So lean into that. This very much is about shooting through the illusions in your brain that keep you stuck, the fears, the sharks that circle. It's time to take a big old harpoon to the imaginary sharks here, because they don't exist in reality. So whatever negativity you are holding on to, or that has poisoned you in the past, or has held you back, or maybe, you've had bad experiences maybe, that doesn't mean they're going to be repeated. So let go of that notion that your fate is just going to repeat itself, because it will not. This isn't just being stuck in a loop anymore where the same things happen again and again to you, no matter how many times you have suffered in the same way in a relationship. You have realized something now. You have actually gone within. Your solitude and your healing has done its work, and you are ready to step out into this new cycle. And that will bring journeying into a new area of emotional fulfillment in your life with the Knight of Cups. So movement, again, could be a bit of travel towards more happiness, but it can be internal. There is this unity here, can be soulmates. Cups is all about love. So this obviously could be another person. And that theme, look, even the kerosene card has a 7 on it, 7th house of relationships, of Libran type themes, of balance and togetherness. But this could be your internal unity, finally moving yourself into internal territory where you are emotionally unified and at peace with yourself, which can only lead to good things in your external reality too. Now, this has been part of a very sacred journey for you, and it feels as though, because this is what this hermit goes within to seek, the hope and the sort of eternal light, the eternal flame within them. And when you find the flame within yourself and not from a partner, that's when you find true strength and enlightenment. And this seems to be in your hands now. So whatever journey you've been on, you have unlocked this light, this hope for the future. You are bringing it all to this fresh start. It is going to yield you, whether on your own or with someone else, this real sense of emotional peace, harmony, joy. There is something really concrete that can come in here. I love these funny cards. Love is a fire. So look, oh, sorry about that. I just can't bear that man. But anyway, or is it a woman? Could be a woman. Ugh. Anyway, it's a creepy card and I don't like the eyes. Now, love is a flame. So it is lighting a fire under you. That seems to be this Mars, getting you boiling over with energy so that you finally do take action. It's very much this card here of charging off with a fire lighting your way, kind of spurring you on without actually overthinking it for once, like just driving into make some change here. There does seem to be somebody else calling you forwards, twin flame energy. That is some kind of soulmate energy. It is just that other person who feels like a very fated soul tie, if you like. It doesn't matter whether you subscribe to the twin flame theory. I don't personally. I think we have a lot of potential soulmates in life, but there is something that is really igniting you, making your eyes roll back in your head, and it's leading you to this place of choosing a new path. Now, again, you've got the light in your hands here, so that is a beautiful third time we've seen this in your spread of really, you have found enlightenment and now you know what choice to make. Now, choices, again, is about balance. It is about those scales. It's this big theme that you've got going on here. You're on this teetering point. So it's up to you to really listen to that flame and trust that when it pushes you forward, it is going to lead you ultimately in the right direction to this fresh beginning. It's sort of like you've served your time in a fated period of bad luck, if you believe in that. Because you've done the inner work now, you are unlocking a new chapter, and all you have to do is decide now to go for it. You can find a balance in love. You will not be on the arse end of the stick with love anymore. Things will be fair, balanced, and equal. You may not have experienced that before. You might have always felt on the back foot, always like scrambling to chase somebody who was always elusive. But those days are over. You are slipping free from these handcuffs. And I just want to hold this card up again. The world. The world is turning in your favor. It is closing out this endless loop that you've been in, and it is saying no more. So please move forward with confidence. The only thing really holding you back now is fear, and the fear is itself an illusion. So I hope that helps you, my darlings. If you would like a personal reading, that they are available on my website. But meanwhile, this is Sarah wishing you much abundance, love, and joy.